Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. It is September 16th, and we're happy to have you here. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer for Morning Pulse, every weekday morning where we bring you top local headlines to get your day started. We did just get a breaking news story into our newsroom just literally moments ago, and so I was trying to get some information from that to report to you here on our Morning Pulse little broadcast. So we're going to start with that story. Otherwise, I have 5 stories total to bring you for our news headlines for our Tuesday. So we are going to start with that breaking news that just kind of came into our newsroom moments ago, and it has to do with elections in Minnesota. So we have just found out that Minnesota Governor, let's get the video back in here. Let me see if I can play that. Let's play
If I can make that case to
there we go.
folks,
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he is running for a third term in office. So that news just coming into our news, and like I said moments ago, the DFL party did release a statement after the governor kind of announced
Well, after the murder of 2 children is everything except gun.
Would it be after we bury these
we are
children?
working to
Would
get
it be
that
next week? Would it be
information
before
for
the
you
next
up
one? Because
onto
I would
our website right now. But again, big news for the race for Minnesota's governor. Tim Walz announcing his third run for this seat. Again, we have an announcement, kind of a statement from the DFL party in Minnesota. We're looking to get that online for you. We're also making sure that we're looking to see if there's
going to be a massive amount of work just to implement the bill that was passed. And I think you keep in mind the number we have is somewhere around $1.2 billion.
If I can make that case to folks, and I think that I'm the right person to do that, we probably need to make that decision.
Website, that's KTTC.com, as well as on our mobile app too. So just wanted to get that out for you now,
if I can make
because
that
that is a pretty big deal for the state of Minnesota. Staying kind of in the election world for today, we do want to let you know about something that's happening today, and that is the special election that's going to be happening for voters to determine the control of the Minnesota House of Representatives. So voters are going to decide today who is going to be taking the seat of Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman. Hortman, of course, as you know, and her husband Mark, they were fatally shot at their home in June. The candidates on today's ballot that are going up for her seat are fellow DFLer XP Lee. He is a former Brooklyn Park City Council member, as well as Republican Ruth Bittner, and she is a real estate agent, and this is her first political run. So again, that special session is happening today. The polls are going to be opening for the District 34B seat. That includes the communities in both Hennepin and Anoka counties in the Twin Cities. Those polls will be open until 8 o'clock tonight. Of course, we will be bringing you the updates, the results of what happens with this special election today up in the Twin Cities area for the seat of the late Melissa Hortman. We'll bring you that information on air and online at kttc.com. So be sure to stay tuned for that. That's obviously another big story that we are covering today. All right, our next story this morning in our area, we are talking about a child exploitation investigation arrest. We know that a Goodhue County child investigation into this exploitation has led to the arrest of a Rochester man who was reportedly trying to evade law enforcement. So earlier this month, the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office arrested 24-year-old Joseph Brace, who you see on your screen, for solicitation of a minor, prostitution of a minor, and fleeing law enforcement. So authorities say that Brace was communicating online with someone who he thought was a 13-year-old girl. That's when he offered to pay for sex acts and then arranged to meet that girl in Wanamingo. However, that person online was actually an undercover investigator. And so when deputies tried to take Brace into custody at the meetup location, again in Wanamingo, the suspect reportedly took off, and then that led to a chase. However, Rochester police ended up later catching and arresting him. So that is just something that we're following kind of out of Goodhue County, but also having to do a little bit in Rochester, and we know that the suspect in this case is from Rochester as well. All right, another story that is happening today that we want to let you know about is something that you can learn about the challenges that Rochester is facing when it comes to homelessness, if you're interested in that. Also, you can learn about opportunities to help better meet the need in the future. The Landing in Rochester is hosting an educational forum today. It's called Then, Now, Next. You can learn about how the landing came to be back in 2018 and how the needs of the community regarding homelessness are evolving. So you are invited to come with any questions you may have. The event is free and it starts at 6:30 tonight at Mount Olive Lutheran Church. Again, this is being hosted by The Landing in Rochester, and it's going on tonight if you want to check it out. And our fifth and final story today for Morning Pulse, definitely a busy morning, as you can tell. Another thing that's happening today over in Albert Lea that you may want to attend on what's going to be a beautiful day. The Albert Lea Recreation Department is hosting a safety day, which is kind of like a national night out kind of day, or safe city nights. This is just a fun and free way for the residents there and some families to come and connect with community resources and then get to know the local law enforcement officers in Albert Lea. Some other fun things that will be happening: you can try the Firefighter Challenge course, which sounds fun, but probably a little tough. Also, you can meet McGruff the crime dog and see inside of an ambulance if you've never seen that before. Of course, other activities and things will be going on there. It's all happening from 4 until 6 o'clock today at Morin Park in Albert Lea. So that is something that is also happening this afternoon into the evening, just in case you are in that area and want to check out that event. It sounds like it's going to be pretty fun. It also sounds like it's going to be, like I mentioned, a pretty nice evening for an event like that. So that could be, my apologies, you guys. I'm all over the place trying to get you this breaking news that threw off my whole rhythm. I just wanted to let you know that the weather is going to be pretty nice for our Tuesday today. We may or may not have a few showers here and there in the early part of the morning, right around maybe lunchtime, but then the rest of the day looks like it's going to be very nice. Pretty warm, which is great. Ted, our meteorologist, said that it should probably be the nicest day of the whole week. The rest of the days this week, we definitely have chances for rain kind of on and off all day, and so keep that in mind. Don't be like me and forget your raincoat on any of the days this week so that you don't get caught out in the rain. But that's all I have for you in the news and weather departments for this Tuesday, September 16th. I hope you have a wonderful day.